Good morning, students. I am Pradeep Hirapure, and today I am going to deliver my lecture on the topic ultrastructure of bacterial cell. So, dear students, in the previous lecture already we discussed about the size, shape, and structure of bacterial cell or arrangement of bacterial cell. Now, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the ultrastructure of bacterial cell. So dear student, basically the bacterial cell reveals three layers: capsule, second one is the cell wall, and cytoplasm. So you can see here, this one is the capsule, and this one is the cell wall, and this one is the cytoplasm. So actually these three layers cover to the each and every bacterial cell. Now when we are going to discuss about the first one, that is a capsule. So some bacteria are surrounded by a gelatinous substance which is composed of polysaccharides or polypeptide or both. A thick layer of glycocalyx bound tightly to the cell wall is called as a capsule, and it protects cells from the desiccations and antibiotics, and the sticky nature helps them to attach to the substrates like plant root surface and human teeth and tissues. It helps to retain the nutrients in a bacterial cell. And just below the capsule you can see here, this one is the cell wall, right? The bacterial cell wall is granular and it is rigid, and it provides protections and gives shape to the cell. The chemical composition of cell wall is rather than complex, and it is made up of the peptidoglycan or mucopeptide, that is N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetyl muramic acid, and a peptide chain of 4 to 5 amino acid. One of the most abundant polypeptide called porine is present, and it helps in the diffusion of solute from the bacterial cell. Now, dear students, just below the cell wall there is located the plasma membrane. Now, when we are going to discuss about the plasma membrane, the plasma membrane is made up of the lipoprotein, and it controls the entry and exit of the small molecule and ions. The enzyme involved in the oxidation of metabolites, for example the respiratory chain, as well as the photosystem used in the photosynthesis, are present in the plasma membrane. And just below the plasma membrane, or we can say this plasma membrane invests in the centropetally, and this structure known as a mesosome, right? So this mesosomes actually located in folding of the plasma membrane and produced into the cell wall is in the form of vesicle, tubules and lamellae, and they are clumped and folded together to maximize their surface area, and it will help in the respiration as well as the various chemical reactions. Means actually mesosomes provide the site for various types of chemical reaction carried out inside the bacterial cell, and it is also help in the binary fission of bacterial reproduction. Then after the mesosomes, then this whole structure known as a cytoplasm. Now when we are going to discuss about the cytoplasm, so cytoplasm is a thick and semi-transparent fluid, and it contains ribosomes, it contains chromosomal DNA, and it contains cell inclusions, cytoplasmic inclusions like glycogen, poly-beta hydroxybutyrate granules, sulfur granules, and gas vesicles also present in the cytoplasm. Now you can see in the cytoplasm, this one is the chromosomal DNA, or we can say the bacterial DNA, and it is not surrounded by the nuclear membrane, and that's why this chromosomal DNA known as a nucleoid. Okay, when we going to discuss about the eukaryotic DNA, so you know very well eukaryotic DNA is well surrounded by the nuclear membrane, and that is called as a nucleus. But here in the bacterial cell or in the prokaryotic cell, your DNA or chromosomal DNA never surrounded by the nuclear membrane, and that's why this structure known as a nucleoid. So when we going to discuss about the nucleoid or bacterial chromosome, so the bacterial chromosome is a single circular DNA molecule and tightly coiled, and it is not enclosed in membrane as we found that in eukaryotes. And this genetic material is called as a nucleoid or genophore. It is amazing to note that the DNA of E. coli, which measure about 1 mm long when uncoiled and contain all the genetic information of the organism, the DNA is not bound to histone protein, and the single chromosome or the DNA molecule is circular, and at one point it is attached to the plasma membrane, and it is bivalent, that this chromosome material attachment may help in the separation of two chromosomes after DNA replication. But apart from this chromosomal DNA, there is again one more DNA molecule is present inside the bacterial cell, but that plasmid DNA, in some bacterial cell having plasmid DNA and some bacterial cell do not have a plasmid DNA. Okay, but you can see here this small circular structure known as a plasmid. So what is actually the plasmid? Plasmid are extra chromosomal double-stranded circular self-replicating autonomous autonomous element, or we can say the DNA molecule. So apart from this chromosomal DNA, there is a extra chromosomal material, extra chromosomal DNA molecule is present within the cytoplasm of bacterial cell, and that DNA molecule known as a plasmid. This plasmid contains genes for fertility, genes for antibiotic resistance, and genes for resistance against the heavy metal. So it is also help in the production of bacteriocin toxins which are not found in a bacterial chromosome, and the size of plasmid varies from 1 to 500 kb usually, and the plasmid contributes to about 0.5 to 5% of the total DNA of bacteria. The number of plasmid per cell varies. Plasmid are classified into the different types based on their functions, and some of them are F plasmid, that is known as a fertile plasmid, the resistance plasmid known as a R plasmid, and there is a col plasmid known as a colchicine plasmid. And some bacteria, that is Agrobacterium rhizogenes, containing root inducing plasmid, that is known as a RI plasmid, and Agrobacterium tumefaciens bacteria contain the specialized plasmid, that is a tumor inducing plasmid. So such type of different types of plasmid actually consist by the different bacterial strains. So apart from this plasmid DNA, there is a inclusions and some gaseous vacuoles also present in the cell of bacterial cell. Then there is in the cytoplasm there is ribosomes also present, but these ribosomes basically act as a site for protein synthesis, and the number of ribosomes per cell varies from 10,000 to 15,000, and the ribosomes are 70S and consist of two subunits, 50S and 30S. So 50S and 30S subunit of the ribosomes attach to each other and form a 70S ribosomes in a bacterial cell, and the ribosomes are held together by mRNA and form ribosomes or polysomes. So in eukaryotic cell, ribosomes are freely present in the cytoplasm or on the endoplasmic reticulum, but here in a bacterial cell, your ribosomes always associated with the mRNA, and that structure or that complex known as a polysomes or polyribosomes. And you can see here after the polyribosomes there is a one more structure, and this one is the pili, and this one is the flagellum. Okay, so flagellum nothing but the locomotory organ of bacteria, but not every bacteria having a flagella. Some bacteria having flagella and use that flagellum structure as a locomotory organ, and bacteria can move from one location to the another location in a liquid medium. So for the motile bacteria, specifically the motile bacteria have a flagella. So certain motile bacteria have a numerous thin hair-like processes of variable length emerge from the cell wall called as a flagella, and it is 20 to 30 micrometer in diameter and 15 micrometer in length. The flagella of eukaryotic cell contain 9 plus 2 microtubules, but each flagellum in a bacteria is made up of single fibril, and flagella are used for the locomotion purpose. Based on the number and position of flagella, and there are different types of bacteria. Apart from this flagella, there is a very small appendages present at the bacterial cell, and that structure known as a pili or pilus. Okay, so pili, or we can say the fimbri also, and this fimbri are hair-like appendages found on the surface of cell wall of gram-negative bacteria, and the pili are 0.2 to 20 micrometer long with a diameter of about 0.025 micrometer. And in addition to normal pili, there are special type of pili which help in a conjugation called as a sex pili are also found in the bacteria. So this is all about the structure of the bacterial cell. So in the next lecture we will discuss about the detailed structure, composition and types of bacterial cell wall.